And of course, a train is going by right now. I finally sit down to do the Q&A, and the train decides to be a dick. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this happens way too often. We'll just wait a second for that to go by. So, how are you today? This happens way too often. I'm making a recording, and then all of a sudden the train just goes by. Damn it. But screw it. I'm not editing this out. This is going to be a totally raw audio. Okay, it should be done in a second. Professional as always. God damn it, train, really? It usually doesn't last this long, I swear. Alright, we'll just go ahead with the questions, and hopefully I don't lose all of my subscribers from this Q&A. Let's see. The first one is, do you think you'll do a collaboration with someone, or do you usually like to fly solo? I definitely want to do a collaboration in the future, but I look at it this way: if I have to be bringing something to the table, basically, and if I'm going to a bigger YouTuber like anyone who does the kind of audios I do, I have to be bringing something with it, so it's not just, so that it doesn't look like I'm just trying to leech off of their success. And wow, the train is still going. My God, I should have stopped the recording. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to do one eventually, but right now I want to get a bigger following before I try approaching anyone with any ideas. I feel like it's kind of douchey to go up to a big YouTuber and say, hey, I'm barely, 1/5 of the size of success you've had, but could you help me out? At least I think that's how it'll be seen, and I don't want to, offend anyone or create any sort of hostilities. I might be a crazy person. Alright, let's see. What made you start doing audios? Well, I started out on another site, and I'm sure a lot of you know what it is. I started out on another... Blah, 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 blah. I started out... See, this is why editing is such a nice thing. I started out on another site, and I started out just by lurking and, listening to the stuff people posted, and I felt like I was getting so much out of it that I kind of wanted to give back, even though I absolutely hate my voice, and I figured, people might be kind of nice about it and say, good job, you did a thing. But no, everyone was really nice and encouraged me to do more, and it just kind of escalated from there. How old are you? I am 23. I actually turned 23 this month. God, I feel old. Would you do some audios which involve singing softly or just you singing? I've thought about doing a humming one. What's the name of the song? Misty Mountains Cold. It was from the Hobbit movies, and I wanted to do the humming version of that as like a lullaby, but I'm pretty sure that is copyrighted, and I really don't want to lose my channel. And I can't actually sing, and not in a oh, that's cute, he's not good, but he's not terrible. No, you will not want to listen to me after you've heard me sing. Like, it's not a cute, oh, that's terrible, but at least he's trying. No. It sounds like a cat drowning. It's really that awful, honestly. Sorry, I have to take my headphones off because they keep making a weird squishing noise and it's annoying me. So professional. What's the weirdest thing about you, and are you proud of it? Oh boy. The weirdest thing about me. This might sound like a cop-out answer, but it really probably is my love of animals. I mean, I've had rabies shots before. That's another story that I'll probably put in some new audio. But really, I mean, for my 21st birthday, and the computer fan is going. Lovely. For my 21st birthday, I spent it walking around in the snow, carrying a lost dog and knocking on doors to to see, if anyone knew who owned it. And it ended up just sleeping in the house, and we found the owner the next day. But yeah, that's how I spent my 21st birthday. I found an injured Harris hawk that for those of you that don't know, a Harris hawk is, or I'm sorry, I don't think it's a Harris hawk. It's a, crap. Why am I blanking on this now? American kestrel. Sorry. It was an American kestrel. And, I found it lying on its back, and there were cats surrounding it. So, of course, me being me, I go running forward and grab it. And, in case you didn't know, birds of prey bite really, really hard. And, yeah, that was a lesson learned. But I still got it, and we ended up taking it to a nature center, and they rehabilitated. Good Lord. Oh my God. My heart. Speaking of asshole animals, there are two tomcats fighting right outside the window. Oh my God. I'm going to have to put a warning in the title. Oh God. Now see, normally if I wasn't making a recording, I would go ahead out there and make sure they didn't hurt each other too much, but they just scared the shit out of me, so. But yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing about me is, I mean, there's really no animal I won't interact with. All of my animal stories are true. Spraying the cheetah with a squirt gun, waking up with a cat sitting on my face, that was lovely. Especially for someone with allergies, but yeah, I would say that's probably the weirdest thing about me, or one of the weirdest, and I am kind of proud of it. In a odd way. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I rambled on for way too long, and those fucking cats interrupted me. What do you look for in a significant other? Oh God, why are you guys so good at asking questions? And the fan is going off again. Well, this is a disaster. This might not come through in my audios because, the boyfriend roleplay and best friend roleplay, it's, I try to always make it very supportive and friendly and inviting and all of that, and I think that's how they should be most of the time. But in real life, when I'm not playing a character, I have a fairly aggressive personality. I have very low tolerance for putting up with bullshit, as we'll call it. But I can also go a little bit overboard. So what I look for is usually someone who's very soft and giving and kind and loving, but who can switch on a dime and call me on all my bullshit, because I do have a lot of bullshit that people have to deal with, and I need someone who can kind of tell me when I'm being an asshole and not just go along with it. And someone who's very thick-skinned. Again, I can be very harsh on occasion. So I need someone who has, thick skin and will tell me, cut the shit, but who's also, very loving and has a kind heart like I do when it comes to animals and people and, caring about just every living thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I look for. Oh, I just realized my drink of soda is probably fizzling, and I'm sure that's an annoying sound. Let me put it down there. Let's see. When you do a roleplay audio, do you write your own lines? And how much do you improvise? And lastly, which animal do you think is your spirit animal? When I'm doing roleplay audios, I'd say 90% of my audios are improvised. I usually have a scenario I want to do where it's, I want to be, let's say someone has a nightmare, and I know I want to comfort them, but I don't, that's the extent of my planning. I feel like it comes off a bit more natural, and even when I stumble over my words, people in real life, stumble over their words, and I feel like it adds a kind of unique quality to it and a more personal feel. But I have had to scrap quite a few audios because improvising doesn't always go well, and I just end up rambling, and it's awful. I will say the Friends to Lover audio and the Blanket Fort audio, I wrote scripts for both of those because I felt like especially the Friends in Love audio, I felt like it really needed structure for the whole scenario to work. Improvising wouldn't quite fit because of the time lapse I had to do. I couldn't make it a continuous flow of talking, and I felt like it would have been very disjointed if I had just improvised. Wow, I'm rambling. I am so sorry. This thing is going to be so long. Let's see. But yeah, I write all of my own stuff. I really like writing it. It just takes more time than improvising. But writing it out is a really fun, creative outlet, and a hobby I really enjoy. I don't have many creative outlets, so this is a really good one. And what is my spirit animal? Oh God. Let me think for a minute. See, I feel like if I say what I think it would be, people are going to be, oh, of course, nobody picks, a goldfish as their spirit animal. Or, a common housefly. Everyone picks lions and wolves and hawks and eagles and these very majestic animals. If I had to pick, though, it would be either a wolf or probably a honey badger. Wolf because ever since I was little, I've just gotten along with dogs. I've had some sort of connection with them. I've done extensive reading on dog behavior and the psychology of it and how their brains work and all of this different stuff. I've trained a lot of dogs, and I've done work with aggressive dogs, fearful dogs. I mean, all this different stuff. And I feel like I have the biggest connection with, those kinds of animals, our four-legged furry friends. Or the honey badger, mostly because of, again, this could go in the weird category, but there aren't many things I really set my mind to, but when I do, it's get the fuck out of the way. Not to be arrogant or anything like that, but it really is, once I put my mind to something, like woodworking, for example. I don't know anyone who does woodworking, and when I first picked it up, I mean, I literally knew nothing. I didn't know what a wood lathe was. I didn't know what a mortise and tenon joint was. I mean, I knew nothing. But I decided I wanted to learn woodworking, and I've made some pretty cool stuff. I've made wooden bowls, jewelry, wooden rings. I've made layered wooden rings, which is, I've used, what's it called? Why am I blanking today? Gaboon ebony and pink ivory. And it's not actually ivory, before you get mad. It's just a rare type of tree. And the Gaboon ebony is super dark, like pitch black. It looks burnt, basically. And the pink ivory is obviously pink. So I made a ring with the pink ivory in the center, and on the outside it was layered with Gaboon ebony. And yeah, I've made jewelry boxes, all this different stuff. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, getting on point, it would be a wolf or a honey badger. Wolf, because I feel a great connection, fondness for wolves and dogs and foxes and that sort. Or a honey badger, because of the insane level of determination, even to my own detriment. Yeah, seriously, I'm so sorry. This is going to be so long. I'll try to speed it up. Other than birds, do you have other animals? Not at the moment. I actually don't even love birds that much. I only wanted one bird, but the second one is a rescue. Her feet are messed up, and she was in bad condition when we got her. And we couldn't really just leave her, so I took her on, and yeah. Now I have two very noisy birds who make it incredibly difficult to edit audios. How did you come up with your channel name? My channel name came from, I spent hours trying to think of, a name that would suit my channel and the kind of audios I make. And sorry, excuse me. I was trying to think of me and my personality and the type of audios I was making. What was I going to express in them, and what kind of feeling did I want to express? And the happiest I am is when I'm in the woods, in sort of cabin areas, like wooden cabins. I absolutely love them. And I was just trying to think of, what the most relaxing place in the world is to me. And I thought of wooden cabins and the woods. So it was kind of just a combination of those. CabinInTheWoodsAudio seemed like a good name. And so far, it stands out a little bit, but it's not anything like, crazy, wacky BF audios or something like that. Watch, there's probably someone out there who has that name, and I'm going to catch some shit for that. Moving on. Thank you, computer fan, for making this so much worse. What type of audios do you like to make the most, and what is your zodiac sign? There are three kinds that I enjoy the most. One of them is the friends to lovers audios, or friends in love. I don't know why, but that situation seems so interesting and kind of beautiful to me. I think when you have a connection with someone before you start, wanting to date them and have a relationship with them, I think there's something unique about that relationship, and going from being friends to something more, I feel like you already have a very strong foundation for that relationship. You're not just starting off, brand new, like meeting in a bar or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, but I feel like there's a strong foundation, and seeing that love sort of grow from, totally platonic to more, I think is a pretty beautiful thing. Let's see, the other ones. I really, really love making the lame pickup lines one. They're so bad, and I don't think I've ever laughed more in my life. Well, and the fact that it can make people laugh, and it's not just, me cracking up. The idea that I'm making other people laugh along with it is a good feeling. And they're so bad. They're so fucking bad. I go throughout the deepest, darkest parts of the internet trying to find the lamest pickup lines, and I pick out the worst ones, and yeah, those ones are really fun, and also they don't take as much time as my other ones, editing wise, and just preparation wise. So I enjoy it. They're very low stress audios, and they make me laugh, and hopefully make you laugh at least a little bit if you're not cringing too hard. And yeah, I really love making those. And the final one is I made one ASMR video, just kind of getting my feet wet. That one was so much fun to make. Again, the reason I picked this mic over other ones that were cheaper is because it's not true 3D sound. It's not true. Okay, sorry about that. I got interrupted. What was I saying? Oh, right. The mic I have right now is not true 3D audio. It's not binaural, or however you're supposed to say it. But it does have stereo, which means I can talk into, different sides, and you'll be able to hear it in, different headphone, the right and left. And I really enjoyed making that ASMR video, but I wasn't quite sure how people would like it, because I am pretty new to it, and again, people come to my channel and have come to expect, boyfriend roleplay, friend roleplay, things like that. So I don't want to overload it with ASMR videos, even though that's something I really, really want to get into and try more. So if anyone's still with me, listening at this point, let me know if you want to hear some ASMR stuff. Let's see, what's the next one? Yeah, really sorry I got interrupted. Sorry, hold on. Lost my place. Okay, found it. The next one is, I noticed that maybe, if I'm not wrong, you love animals. Definitely. So are you vegetarian or vegan? I tried being vegetarian for a while, but it just didn't quite mesh with my lifestyle, if that makes sense. I'm really into working out and staying healthy, and not to say that you can't be vegetarian and do that, but it is more costly doing that and trying to get all the the protein you need, multivitamins, all of that. It's just more expensive. But if I had all the disposable income in the world, I might give that a try. But well, and I just love meat. That probably makes me an asshole, but so be it. What's your favorite book? Oh, my favorite book. It's got to be either The Call of the Wild or The Old Man and the Sea. Both of those books are, oh my god, they're so good. If you haven't read them, you need to read them. They're amazing. I actually thought of doing a book reading of Call in the Wild because it's in the public domain, so I shouldn't have any problems with copyright. But I don't know. I'm a little worried about doing something like that just in case I misunderstood the copyright laws or fair use or public domain laws and losing my channel. So after I look into that a bit more, I actually might start doing a book reading of that, which would be really fun. I love that book so much. TV series. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is amazing. Charlie is probably my most favorite person in the world. That line, I eat stickers all the time, was just great. Game of Thrones, obviously, is another one. But I'm kind of scared at this point, because we're kind of going off the rails. I'm just waiting for my favorite characters to die. I mean, they killed Ygritte, which made me unbelievably, irrationally sad. Her and John, if you think about what I look for in a significant other, think Ygritte, and you've got your answer. Video game. Skyrim is really we're gonna do this again. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out, so see you in a minute. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Skyrim. Skyrim is definitely one of my favorite games. Man, there's so much background noise. I hope that's not too bad. Skyrim is... Oh my god. This is a disaster. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back, but it's raining now, so I really can't catch a break. Skyrim. Skyrim is one of my favorite games. I love open world games where it feels more real. I don't really enjoy linear games, although, to be fair, one of the exceptions is The Last of Us. That's probably my all-time favorite game. Man, the story. That one made me tear up quite a bit. Another one is Dishonored. That was, I was so into that game. I played it so many times doing different styles. You know, you can do like the sneaking around or just killing everyone. It's a great game. Movies. I would have to say Lost in Translation, which is amazing. You need to see Lost in Translation. Moonrise Kingdom, which another one required you have to see. And third, probably The Witch. That was probably one of the most unsettling movies I've ever seen. And it takes a lot to really make me, scared. But man, it does not ease up on the tension. It just keeps building and building and building. Yeah, that's a stressful movie. If you're already stressed out, I don't recommend watching it. And band. Ooh. That one's going to be hard. Honestly, and again, this is going to sound like a cop-out answer, but I really do enjoy most music and most bands. Let me try to give you some specific ones. Of Monsters and Men, that's a really good one. Little Pause, I think it's called, or Little Pause, that should be the name. It's a great song. My favorite one by them is probably Mountain Sound, though. You should check it out if you haven't heard it. And Gregory and the Hawk, Boats and Birds. The band is Gregory and the Hawk, and the song is Boats and Birds. And man, that's a beautiful song. AC/DC I love, and Lindsey Sterling. Lindsey Sterling is fucking incredible. I don't know how she moves like that. But yeah, that's just a general idea. Wow, it's really coming down out there. If I wasn't doing this, I would try to incorporate it into a recording. Are you ever going to make erotic audios? I'm sure some of you know this already, but that's actually how I started out doing audios, is on another site. I made erotic audios, and I actually just removed them recently. Mostly because now that this account and that account are fairly intertwined, there are more than a few people who know that, they're connected. And I'm trying to decide what direction I want to take the channel in, and if I want to keep doing erotic audios, and especially for a bigger audience like this. So I may end up doing more, and I may put them back up. I'm just trying to decide what sort of direction I want to take this in, because I really wasn't expecting this channel to blow up as quickly as it did. 1,000 subscribers in 1 month is absolutely insane, especially with no sort of viral video, nothing that really, I don't know, it's just crazy. And thank you guys for listening, but and subscribing. You guys are cool. Seriously, everyone comments, and I've had people thank me for responding to comments, and you guys are taking time out of your day to listen to something I made and commenting and telling me that you enjoyed it. So I feel like the least I can do is say thank you. But yeah, that's a maybe on erotic audios. What is your dream job? Dream job. My dream job is probably doing this, honestly, and woodworking, and volunteering at a shelter, obviously. If I could, man, how cool would that be? Oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I would love to do this for a job, and adding in woodworking. It's two things that I absolutely love doing. And I have to take a second and give a quick shout out to a few people have sent me gift cards for Amazon, and I just want to say thank you so much for doing that, because honestly, these take quite a bit of time to make, and I really appreciate that you're just willing to do that because you enjoy the content and want to see more. And really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I really do appreciate the fact that you're willing to do that. Anyway, dream job, yeah. This would be my dream job. I love voice acting. I love being able to post audios and see the reactions and interact with you guys. And I mean, it's so much fun. It really is cool. Maybe doing some other voiceover work along with it. But yeah, dream job would be doing this basically, and woodworking and volunteering at a shelter. That's my dream job. Let's see. What's the next one? I really hope that rain isn't too loud. Assuming you're able to experience ASMR, what was the first ASMR experience you can remember having? And who are your favorite ASMR artists? Again, this is one of the weird things about me is, with ASMR, I never knew what it was called, as a lot of people don't. But even when I was a kid, I could just close my eyes and sort of bring it on. That's the best way I can explain it. I think of it almost as being able to tickle yourself. It's one of those weird, like, I realize most people need, audios and stuff like that to experience it, and visuals. But for some reason, I can just close my eyes and bring it on. And I don't know how. It's just, one of those things. I just found a way to trigger it, which is odd. And who are your favorite ASMR artists? I am so bad about names. I'm trying to think. ASMR Darling is obviously one of the big ones. She's really good, and I think Soft Galoshes, I think her name is. I'm not sure. But she's really good too. And the things that usually trigger it for me is head scratching sounds and ear eating. Which, it's funny, I talked to someone else and they said that those are the two things that they can't stand. Like, it raises the hair on their neck. They absolutely hate it. So, I mean, it's different for everyone. I really would like to start making ASMR videos. And who knows if you guys are open to that idea and, or at least wouldn't object in some huge major way of me posting the occasional ASMR video. It's something I definitely want to branch off into. Again, it's such a cool thing, and the science behind it, all of it is really interesting. And I'm sure I've been talking for like half an hour. I need to get my ass in gear. Okay, let's see. How long does it take you to write and record an audio? Let's see. On average, for things like the lame pickup lines, I'd say an hour and a half. Maybe a little less. That includes finding the stuff, recording it, editing it, and, all of that, the entire process of, doing all that. It takes a decent amount of time. For the boyfriend ones, I'd guess around 2.5, probably somewhere around that. But for the scripted ones, the Friends to Lovers audio, for example, it was, I'm not joking, it took me 6 hours to make that one. 6 hours. And that's not including writing time. I ran into so many issues with that one. Or maybe it was including writing time. I'm not sure. It was kind of, I went on and off with writing that script, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, 6 hours to get that one completed, and so much editing, and it took so much time, but that's one of the most popular ones on my channel, and it's definitely one of my favorites. It was a lot of work, but it was really worth it. Which again is why I really appreciate it when someone does, feel like sending in a gift card or whatever, because it really does take a lot of time and work, and I'm happy that I'll be able to use that to help upgrade equipment and get better at this. And again, even just commenting, when you have no idea how excited I get when I see a new comment. Like I said, all of you guys are really cool and are so nice. And I really appreciate you taking the time to, listen to me and leave comments and interact and all of that. So it really just depends. 1 to 2 hours to 3, all the way up to 6. It really just depends on how intensive the audio is and how much editing it takes and all that. My first one, I'm sorry, I'm still rambling. My first one, the Seven Nation Army one, that was, 15 minutes of recording and then lots of editing and weaving in sound effects and trying to make sure it didn't overpower the audio, all of that. That one probably took 6 or 8 hours to make in total. But yeah, they take a decent amount of time. And the last question is, how tall are you? I am 6'4". Really. It's ridiculous. I was 6 foot by 15, 16. I was so gangly. I've filled out now, and adding a little muscle helps, and broadening out a bit really helps. But man, when I was like 16, think Gollum, and you pretty much have me, just him walking around. That's what I looked like. I was so gangly, and so I hadn't grown into my body all the way, so I was clumsy and knocking shit over all the time. Those were awkward years. And no, I don't play basketball. I know someone was gonna ask that, so. But yeah, I guess that's it for this Q&A. Again, thank you guys for all the awesome questions and listening and commenting and interacting, and those of you who have, sending gift cards. I mean, all of it. It really means a lot, and this is just so much fun to do. So really, thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.